Welcome back to the channel, guys. Like, share, subscribe, smash that bell so you can be notified when I upload new content. Let's get right into it. So, Sonetta from Sonetta TV and Black News TV had asked Brother Polite if he would debate Dr. Maat. Now, Dr. Maat thought that his comments were extremely inappropriate, guys. Would you all let me know down in the comments if you thought this was inappropriate? Let's get into it.
The Summer Jam screen. And so he kind of, chuckled a little bit, in my opinion, deflected. And then Sonetta said, hey man, would you debate Dr. Maat? And he said, no. His statements were, I cannot lose to a woman. I can't lose. He said, I won't lose to a man, but he said, I definitely can lose to a woman. And then he went on to say something about not debating titties and ass, or debating for titties and ass. And once the brothers saw that the conversation was turning disrespectful and a little bit male chauvinistic / misogynist, they kind of interjected and tried to turn the conversation in a different direction, or move the conversation in a different direction. Because I felt disrespected, Brother Side did in fact put up the video, but he made sure that he edited the video prior to uploading it. But I'm sure some of you who tune in to Sonetta TV and the live streams probably still have that footage. And I actually was in the chat room during that presentation, but I didn't hear his comments. I was contacted by several sisters who inboxed me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and they were like, Dr. Maat, did you hear his comments? And they were actually quite offended by what he said. A lot of sisters feel, and I'm not going to say felt, but a lot of sisters feel like his comments were extremely vulgar, disrespectful, misogynist. And you might say, wait a minute, Dr. Maat, Polite isn't misogynist. He has 3 wives, he has daughters, he has children. He preaches that the black woman is God. That's not a misogynist dude. Titties and asses. I'm not losing to a female. Those sort of statements can be perceived as misogynist or male chauvinistic in a sense, and those characteristics contradict. Those characteristics are paradoxical. Those characteristics are an oxymoron to the black woman being God. Because if you truly believe that the black woman is God and that she is the first teacher, you would have no qualms about debating or intellectually sparring or intellectually confabulating with your God or goddess. So in another video that Sonetta just recently put up, and this video is on Black News 102 or Sonetta TV 2, I'm not sure which one, but he's sitting next to Brother Red Pill and Blue Pill, I believe. And Sonetta asked him again. He said, brother, how do you feel about Dr. Maat's claims? I mean, she called you out on a claim that you have been propagating. And not only have you been propagating these claims, your wives have been propagating these claims about the Bartholin gland in sperm. And so Sonetta asked you again, how do you feel? Now, the first time he asked you, you deflected and you never addressed the claim. You never addressed anything. You deflected. Oh, I'm not going to debate. Woo, 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 woo. But you never said, look, I stand on what I said. I do believe that the Bartholin gland secretes seminal fluid and sperm. Or Dr. Maat was correct in what she said. I was at fault. We all evolve. and we all learn different things. So maybe, you could have just said hats off. The sister was right and exact in what she said, but instead you deflected and you turned it into a male-female thing. That was the first time Sinetta asked Brother Polite about how he felt about me refuting his statements regarding the Bartholing gland. Now, the second time he was sitting next to Brother Red Pill and Brother Blue Pill, and Brother Sinetta said, "How do you feel?" Instead of responding objectively, which I thought he was going to respond, given this brother's intellectual abilities, I'm really surprised at his response. His response was extremely emotional and very philosophical and subjective. I expected Brother Polite, again, being the intellectual person that he is, to offer some sort of scientific rebuttal or scientific response to what I said. And he didn't do that. He has no scientific response to the Bartholing gland shooting sperm or not shooting sperm. He knows that the Bartholing gland is incapable of secreting seminal fluid, and he knows that women do not have the capacity to shoot sperm. So during this dialogue, I feel that he was very disrespectful, and there were hundreds of other sisters who contacted me, and they said, "Dr. Maat, you have to look at this video." There were even brothers who contacted me via Facebook and said, "Sis, you have to look at his response." They were like, it seems like he's in his feelings. He was, "I've been with my wife for 18 years and my other wives for 10 years.
That's been in a relationship with a woman for over 18 years. I believe that is unfamiliar territory for a lot of people. So as a man, I'm speaking from an 18-year experience with a woman that she cannot speak of as a woman having been in a relationship with a man. So when I say a woman is God, I'm coming from a 18-year experience. In addition to that, I have 3 other wives that I've been with for 10 years, a decade. So I've been with 4 women together for a decade, and 1 woman in particular for 18 years. So when I say the black woman is God, it's only because I bear witness to who and what she is and what she has become, granted the conducive environment, granted the right circumstances.
I don't really care what your relationship status is. I don't know you, Brother Polite. You don't know me. I don't have to divulge my relationship status to you. The only time I would need to divulge that sort of information to any individual is if I'm actually interested in that individual. I'm not interested in you, and I hope that you're not interested in me. So I was really looking forward to you refuting what I said and sticking to the information. See, I feel like right now the community is at a crossroads. It's like, are we going to continue to accept pseudoisms and theatrics, or are we going to accept science and information? Brother Polite, I think that he's a very articulate person. I think Brother Polite can sell water to a well. The brother is a very brilliant individual in terms of how he discerns information and regurgitates information. And I believe that there are different levels to intelligence. There are different levels, and I do believe that he is definitely a very intelligent individual and a very articulate individual. However, over the years, I have witnessed pseudoisms that he's propagated. Now, I won't disclose those things at this time, maybe if we do debate, I will address some of the things that he has stated that I know aren't scientifically sound. So, Brother Polite, I didn't appreciate your remarks and we have those remarks. If you want the world to see what you said, because I know you're going to say, well, I'm not misogynist, I love women, I love this, but the sisterhood is not going to accept that.
Because when men feel like they're being beat in every other category, they're not getting more women than me. They definitely not getting more women than me. They definitely not getting more money than me. I turn a woman to a god by having her access a certain level of potential perpetually just through what I do with them sexually. That's a whole different conversation. Now, I don't want to say you have to be dick down to become a goddess, but I'm saying it plays a significant role too. Now, I'm not saying I'm trying to dick her down. I'm just saying 18 years of that dick appropriation, and it'd be a matter of time before you come into your being. Every man can't do it, but I certainly must be one of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The sisterhood is not going to accept disrespect, male chauvinism, and misogyny. And those remarks, whether you meant them to be that or not, that's what they were. They were extremely disrespectful and very hypocritical. You believe that the black woman is God, that all things radiate from her, and that she is the first teacher, but you're scared to have a public dialogue with a black woman that you claim to be God. It's extremely hypocritical. I would love to have a dialogue with you one-on-one or on the couch, and so we could clear things up. I want to thank the sisterhood for having my back and calling me and letting me know that these things were circulating on the internet. I would like to thank the brotherhood who called me and who informed me about these remarks that were circulating on the internet. More importantly, I would like to thank the sisters and brothers who tuned into my lecture, who actually took something away from my lecture. There's more to come. I love you all. Arm and Raw Squad up. Peace and Black Power.